I note the obvious differences in the human family. Some of us are serious, some thrive on comedy.
Some declare their lives are lived as true profundity, and others claim they really live the real reality.
The variety of our skin tones can confuse, bemuse, delight. Brown and pink and beige and purple, tan and blue and white.
I've sailed upon the seven seas and stopped in every land. I've seen the wonders of the world, not yet one common man.
I've met 10,000 women called Jane and Mary Jane, but I've never met two who really were the same.
Mirror twins are different, although their features jibe. And lovers think quite differently, while lying side by side.
We love and lose in China, we weep on England's moors, and laugh and moan in Guinea, and thrive on Spanish shores.
We seek success in Finland, are born and die in Maine. In minor ways we're different, in major we're the same.
I note the obvious differences between each sort and type, but we are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike.
We are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike.
We are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike.
I'm going to discuss a book called Pride by E.B. Savoy. This is a book that's a modern interpretation of Pride and Prejudice, so it is a truth universally acknowledged that those who love Jane Austen must be in want of a contemporary read. And this is just an exciting thing. It talks about a girl who lives in her neighborhood, and a young man and his family come in, and at first she is just really appalled by him, doesn't want anything to do with him, thinks him to be too snooty for where they are, and thinks that he should be more grounded. And what's really unique about this is that if you are familiar with Jane Austen's work, many of the passages there you'll recognize in terms of how they've been modernized. But in the same vein, if you've never read Jane Austen's work before, you could still absolutely love this book. You find yourself feeling different ways about each of the characters, and in the end, everything comes together. So I would definitely recommend Pride. It's a great selection.
It's Black History Month, and we're talking about African American authors in contemporary literature. So the pick I have for you to share with you in this book talk today is called A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. Not only is the cover artwork of this book so dramatic, representation matters when it comes to contemporary literature, but this is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland with an awesome adventure contemporary twist. Black fantasy is a genre that just isn't getting enough attention, but there are so many authors and so many texts out there that have been coming out in the last 5 years, including A Blade So Black and Children of Blood and Bone, just to name a few. So I'm going to take a minute to share a little bit about the story and read an excerpt for you. As a summary, the tagline to this book is, "This isn't Wonderland, the Wonderland you remember." The first time a nightmare came, Alice nearly lost her life. Now, with magic weapons and hardcore fighting skills, she battles these monstrous creatures in the dream realm known as Wonderland. Yet, even warriors have curfews. Life in real-world Atlanta isn't always so simple, as Alice juggles an overprotective mom, a high-maintenance best friend, and school. Keeping the nightmares at bay is turning into a full-time job. When Alice's handsome and mysterious mentor is poisoned, she has to find the antidote by venturing deeper into Wonderland than she's ever gone before, and she'll need to use everything she's learned in both worlds to keep from losing her head, literally. This is A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. I think you guys would love it. It's high adventure, great fantasy, awesome character motivations, and representation.
So this is Monster by Walter Dean Myers, and it's about Steve Harmon, and he's on trial right now for a felony murder, and we're gonna live through his story to see if he's guilty or not. And he writes little diary entries, and it says, "The best time to cry is at night when the lights are out and someone is being beaten up and screaming for help. That way, even if you sniffle a little, they won't hear you. If anybody knows that you're crying, they'll start talking about it, and soon it'll be your turn to get beat up when the lights go out." And he also explains, "Sometimes I feel like I have walked into the middle of a movie. It is a strange movie with no plot and no beginning. I really enjoyed this book. I got it a week ago and I've already finished it. I really enjoyed it. It gives different perspectives on the system of like court trials and everything, so I would definitely recommend it.
Fallen Angels by Walter Dean Myers.
This book is about friendship. It's about the Vietnam War. It's told from the perspective of a soldier who is entering the war for reasons that have to do with money and lack of it. In this section, we're going to be focusing on Sydney's favorite character. So Sydney, your favorite character?
My favorite character is Pee-wee.
Pee-wee's a funny character,
He's
right?
very funny, yeah.
So in this scene, we're going to talk about Pee-wee and the main character having breakfast together, and Sydney's going to read the part of Pee-wee. And I'm not. Okay. Pee-wee and I had breakfast together. I asked him if he liked the Army, and he said it was okay.
You got all this stuff to go through.
He said.
And I don't like that. But this is the first place I ever been in my life where I got what everyone else got.
What does that mean?
Back home when everybody got new sneakers, I didn't get none.
Pee-wee said.
Either Mom's didn't have the money, or she had the money and we had to get some other stupid thing like food. When everybody got a bike, I didn't get none because there was no way we could get the money for a bike. But anything everybody got in the Army, I got. You got a gun, I got a gun. You got boots, I got boots. You eat this lousy beef on toast. Guess what I eat?
Lousy chip beef on toast. Pee-wee's grin just about filled the mess tent.
A Flower by Linda Michelle Barron. I think some kids come here knowing everything already. Don't need no help, not me. I need nurturing, some kind, caring hands helping me. Some kids, I say they weeds, don't need nothing, can know and do everything without no help, popping you with right answers without no help, popping up with right answers without no nurturing, not me. I need time and care, 'cause a flower don't just pop up. I need time and care, 'cause a flower has to be petted by the sun, fed by the earth, refreshed by the rain, and protected by the maker. Like me, 'cause I ain't no weed, like some kids is.
Canary by Rita Dove. Billie Holiday's burned voice had as many shadows as lights, a mournful candelabra against a sleek piano, the gardenia her signature under that ruined face. Now you're cooking drummer to bass, magic spoon, magic needle. Take all day if you have to, with your mirror and your bracelet of song. Fact is, the invention of woman under siege has been to sharpen love in the service of myth. If you can't be free, be a mystery.
The poem I'm reading to you is The Rose That Grew from Concrete by Tupac Shakur. Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? Proving nature's law is wrong. It learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else ever cared.
Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life? I had no model. Born in Babylon, both non-white and woman. What did I see to be except myself?
I made it up here on this bridge between starshine and clay, my one hand holding tight my other hand. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed.
Hi everybody. This is an excerpt from the late, great Kobe Bryant, on November 29th, 2015. It's titled, Dear Basketball. Dear Basketball, from the moment I started rolling my dad's tube socks and shooting imaginary game-winning shots, I fell in love with you. A love so deep, I gave you my all, from my mind and body to my spirit and soul. As a 6-year-old boy, deeply in love with you, I never saw the end of the tunnel. I only saw myself running out of one, and so I ran. I ran up and down every court after every loose ball for you. You asked me for hustle, I gave you my heart, because it came with so much more. I played through the sweat and hurt, not because challenge called me, but because you called me. I did everything for you, because that's what you do. When someone makes you feel as alive as you've made me feel, you gave a 6-year-old boy his Laker dream, and I'll always love you for it. But I can't love you obsessively for much longer. My mind can handle the grind, but my body knows it's time to say goodbye, and that's okay. I'm ready to let you go. I want you to know now, so we both can savor every moment we have left together, the good and the bad. We have given each other all that we have. And we both know, no matter what I do next, I'll always be that kid with the rolled up socks, garbage can in the corner, 5 seconds on the clock, ball in my hands, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love you always, Kobe.
This is for the unforgettable, the swift and sweet ones, who hurdled history and opened a world of possible.
The ones who survived America by any means necessary.
And the ones who didn't.
This is for the undeniable, the ones who scored with chains on one hand and faith in the other.
This is for the unflappable, the sophisticated ones who box adversity and tackle vision.
Who shine their light for the world to see and don't stop to the break of dawn. This is for the unafraid.
The audacious ones who carried the red, white, and weary blues on the battlefield to save an imperfect union.
The righteous marching ones who sang, "We shall not be moved."
Because Black Lives Matter.
This is for the unspeakable.
This is for the unspeakable. This is for the unspeakable.
This is for the unlimited, unstoppable ones, the dreamers and doers, who swim across the big sea of our imagination and show us the majestic shores of the promised land.
The Wilma Rudolphs, the Muhammad Alis,
The Althea Gibsons, the Jesse Owens,
the Jordans and the LeBrons, the Serenas and the Cheryls, the Reese Whitleys,
and the undiscovered. This is for the unbelievable, the real cool ones. This is for the unbending, the black as night is beautiful ones.
This is for the underdogs and the uncertain, the unspoken, but no longer untitled.
This is for the undefeated.
This is for you.
And you.
And you. This is for
us.